Hey everyone, so here's a little bit of a rant video, a little bit of information on where my feelings and thoughts are with regards to PvP in Black Desert on the console. Now for those of you that don't already know, I've been a member of Alpha since day one. Since the servers came live, I joined Alpha and I've been enjoying it ever since. I love the guild, I love the people, it's an absolute fantastic atmosphere. However, Alpha is a dominant force on the server. Now I want to start this by saying this is not a brag. In fact, it's the polar opposite. So I've just left Alpha. Now the reason I've left Alpha is no negative bad blood, there's no bad relationships in the guild, I don't hate anybody or anything like that. The reason that I've left Alpha is for the sake of PvP. Now Alpha has some of the best PvPers on the server. It's an uncontested siege guild that has dominated the siege scene since day one. Since Node Wars became capturable and since the regions became obtainable, Alpha has pretty much never had a fight. If we ever wanted a fight, we had to go out there and seek it. We had to drop our Serendia node to go and fight Symphony at Balanos, and that ended negatively with Symphony splitting and God knows what happened there. But ultimately, because Alpha is such a large guild of 91 experienced players coming from either an MMO background, BDO PC background, or just exceptionally good console players, the guild has found that nobody wants to fight them. And that's the issue with PvP at the moment on the console. Now I can only speak from a European standpoint, but I'm pretty sure that on NA it's very similar. Now that's not to say that on a lower level, at Node War level, and the smaller guilds, they may be fighting more frequently. However, I would love to know somebody's opinion on that from the smaller guilds on the server. Have you found that PvP is consistent? Are you guys getting a lot of good fights on nodes? Because the siege scene, where it comes to regions, it's just a nightmare. So as of today, the Calpheon castle became obtainable, and as was to be expected, Alpha built on the node ready to contest the castle. Now the castle gives the members of that guild a 50% drop increase for the Calpheon region. That's Ogre Rings, that's Witch's Earrings, that's Mark of Shadows, that's Camisylve once Camisylve's in the game. It gives them the potential to grind out and make more lucrative use of the Calpheon area. Nobody contested it. Everybody stood aside and let Alpha take this region. Now, this is a prime example of the fracture between the smaller guilds on the server, that nobody has managed to come together and coordinate any way of defeating Alpha. Now, the reality is that if PvP like this was happening on the PC, there would be a collaboration between some of the smaller guilds in which they would try to dethrone the bigger guild, and that's what creates siege wars. That's what creates genuine PvP. However, it feels like on console, the smaller guilds are just scared of losing face. They don't want to go up against the bigger guilds and lose. In fact, they're quite content to just play around grinding and sitting on nodes, taking uncontested nodes and avoiding fights. Now that's my opinion from what I've seen of the siege scene at the moment. Now, I firmly believe that that will improve in time. There is a gear discrepancy, there is a level discrepancy, and it's not that easy to band together a bunch of people. I know that a lot of people were hopping guilds and trying to join Alpha during the early days, and that tore a couple of guilds apart, and I'd imagine it was the same for the other big guilds, things like Integra, Insane, Symphony, Wild Hunt. Back when the server launched, it looked like there was going to be a really heavily contested siege scene. However, for some reason, the toxicity on the server meant that the guilds were never going to work together. The leaders of all these guilds are so anti-collaboration that we just never got any good fights going. So why did I leave Alpha? Now, like I said, there was no bad blood, there was no negativity. In fact, I've left on such good terms, everybody there's fantastic, I've got an open invite to go back whenever I want. However, I don't have a lot of time at the moment to play. Between creating content for YouTube, getting ready for the PS4 launch that I'm going to be playing with some other friends, and obviously playing and gearing my own class, I just don't have that much time to play. So what I've decided is that I'm going to roam the server as just a freelancer. I'm going to sit on the Arsha servers and I'm going to enjoy the PvP. Now, I could have done that in alpha. However, I would have continually been at war with other guilds anyway. I would have had to deal with the continued toxic whispers and private messages that are just outright horrific. And I felt that by leaving alpha, I would open myself up to 91 more people that I can PvP against. And I know for a fact that if I run into the alpha guys on the Arsha servers, I'm going to get good fights. For me as a content creator, that's going to mean that I can create a lot better content. I can put out some more entertaining content. And it's not just a case of, oh look, another guy from alpha that overgears everybody is just running around killing people. Because that's not what I play the game for. I play the game for PvP, and I really enjoy the PvP in this game. Unfortunately, there is no benefit other than the free money to being in a top siege guild at the moment. Now that's not to say I won't go back to alpha in the future. If the siege scene picks up, fantastic. But that's also not to say I won't go to another guild, or another siege guild, and I won't contest places against alpha, because for me that would be a lot more enjoyable. Overall though, I'm looking to see what people's feelings and thoughts are with regards to the PvP on the European servers, and obviously on the NA servers as well. What's it like over there for you guys? I mean, what's the PvP like? Is there a siege scene? Is there a lot of PvP going on? I mean, from people that are potentially joining PS4, are you guys looking forwards to the PvP? Are you the type of person that wants to be in a top guild, or are you somebody that likes to be in an underdog guild, who likes to collaborate with other people and push outnumbered objectives? What do you look for in terms of PvP in Black Desert? I'm genuinely interested to know what the console player base is looking for, because on PC there seems to be a lot more PvP. Now, I'm looking forward to being on my own, roaming the Arsha servers, getting those little 1v1s, 1vx's going and having a ball. So feel free to hit me up in game. I'm always happy to have fights, have duels, spar. I'll be in the battle arena a lot. And I'm also going to open up my gamer tag soon for people to add me, along with my Discord server that's about to come up in time for PS4. And there'll be a whole lot more content. Thanks for watching guys. I look forward to all of your comments.